Hello everyone and welcome to the Holly Lolly channel. I am very happy to see you here, where together we explore different aspects of life in Japan. Today we will talk about a topic that is rarely discussed openly, but deserves our attention and understanding. Japan is a country with a rich culture, advanced technology, and amazing traditions. However, like any other country, it also has its own social problems that are important to talk about. The topic of today's episode is addictions in Japan, and one of them is gambling addiction, especially connected to the popular game pachinko. Pachinko is a Japanese game resembling vertical pinball, which appeared in the 1920s as a children's pastime called the Corinth game. Over time, it turned into popular entertainment for adults. Players buy metal balls and launch them into the machine, hoping they land in certain holes, which brings more balls as a prize. These balls can be exchanged for prizes, which in turn can be exchanged for money at nearby exchange centers that are formally not connected to the game halls. The scale of the problem is significant. In 2019, the pachinko industry generated about 21 trillion yen, equal to roughly 3.7% of Japan's GDP. In 2022, the pachinko market was valued at 14.6 trillion yen, still a considerable part of the economy. Every year, the pachinko industry generates around $200 billion, which is more than the combined gambling revenues of Las Vegas and Macau. Several factors contribute to pachinko addiction. Work stress. Many Japanese experience high levels of stress and use pachinko to relax. Accessibility. Pachinko halls are everywhere, and it costs only 100 yen to start playing. Simplicity, no special skills are needed, which makes it attractive for a wide audience. Shame culture and avoidance of problems. In Japanese society, there is a strong culture of avoiding confrontation and not burdening others with personal issues. This leads many people to face addiction silently without seeking help, which makes the problem worse. Legal status and regulation. Although gambling is officially banned in Japan, pachinko is classified as adult entertainment, which allows it to bypass the ban. Players exchange balls for prizes, which are later converted to money at separate centers. The Japanese government collects significant tax revenue from this industry, and it provides jobs for over 220,000 people. There are also slot machines, Japanese slot machines that combine features of traditional slots and pachinko. They are known for their flashy graphics, sound effects, and variety of themes and bonuses. Slot machines are widely spread in game halls and often stand next to pachinko machines. Like pachinko, they can also be addictive. Japan also has legal state-run gambling, horse racing, bicycle racing, motorcycle racing, and boat racing.
Personally, I really love horse racing in Japan, called kaiba. It is an unusual leisure activity. You can watch the horses, enjoy the food court, the green field, and the beautiful stadium.
According to Article 23 of Japan's Penal Code, most forms of gambling are prohibited, but exceptions exist. State-regulated horse racing, bicycle racing, karen, motorcycle racing, auto race, boat racing, and lotteries. Bets are placed through official channels, and winnings are paid directly in cash. Pachinko bypasses this law by being labeled as entertainment, with the prize exchange system acting as a loophole. It is important to understand that gambling addiction is a serious issue that can affect anyone, regardless of age or social status. The goal is not to judge, but to inform and warn. If you or someone close to you struggles with this, do not hesitate to seek help. There are organizations and professionals ready to support you. The second addiction is pathological workaholism, when work consumes life. Karoshi literally means death from overwork, and sadly, it's a real phenomenon in Japan. Karoshi refers to people literally dying due to overwork, whether from heart attacks, strokes, or suicide. Officially recognized by the Japanese government as a social problem. Let's look at the reasons. Strict hierarchy in companies, the inability to say no, the fear of disappointing one's boss or being excluded from the team, lack of a healthy work-life balance. I'll give an example you may have heard of or know about. Unfortunately, the suicide of 24-year-old employee Dentsu after working more than 100 hours of overtime per month. This is a very well-known case in Japan, which became a symbol of the problem of workaholism and for the first time publicly raised the issue of karoshi, death from overwork, on the political agenda. Let's touch on this topic a bit more. The story of Matsuri Takahashi. Who was she? A young employee of the advertising giant Dentsu, one of the largest advertising companies in Japan. Let's talk about what happened. In December 2015, just a few months after starting her job, 24-year-old Matsuri sadly took her own life by jumping from the dormitory rooftop. Why did this happen? It was revealed that she had been working more than 100 hours of overtime per month, including night shifts and weekends. Just weeks before her death, she wrote on social media that she wanted to die. Her body and mind are exhausted. She just wants to sleep. As a result, after her death, a national scandal erupted. The company was forced to issue a public apology. Her death was officially recognized as karoshi, and the company was fined. The authorities launched a campaign to reduce excessive overtime, but unfortunately, change has been very slow. This case shocked Japanese society because it wasn't an elderly factory worker, but a young, educated woman from a top company, and yet no one noticed the warning signs. It is often used in Japan as a symbol of the consequences of corporate pressure. All too often, offices are filled with employees who sleep at their desks, not out of necessity, but from a sense of duty. For many Japanese, work becomes an addiction not for money, but for conformity to social norms. To be exhausted is considered honorable. To smile, even when you can barely stand. The third addiction is food, gastronomy as a way of life. In Japan, food is more than just nutrition. It is a philosophy, a reason for conversation, a goal of travel, and almost the meaning of existence. Food culture is everywhere. News about ice cream flavors, city food tours, exchanging food as gifts, and constant food-related small talk. Restaurants, convenience stores, and vending machines are on every corner. Limited seasonal flavors like wasabi Kit Kats are a national obsession. For many, comfort food is also a way to cope with stress. The fourth addiction is conformity and the need for social approval. In Japanese society, there is a saying, "The nail that sticks out gets hammered down." Being part of the group is more important than being yourself. People avoid standing out in clothing, thoughts, or behavior. Young women aim for the same ideal image: slim, modest, same makeup. Job seekers wear identical suits and hairstyles. Even small differences, like wearing nail polish, can cause criticism or social rejection. Living like everyone else is often easier than truly listening to yourself, but it can become a form of dependence. The fifth addiction is smartphones and mobile gacha games, a virtual escape from reality. Gacha games use a lottery system inspired by capsule toys, where players spend money hoping to get rare items or characters. This can create a form of gambling-like addiction. In 2022, the Japanese mobile gaming market exceeded $13 billion, with games like Genshin Impact, Uma Musume, F-Go, and Puzzle & Dragons leading the charts. Many children spend 8-10 hours a day on phones, especially after school, while parents work late. Japan even has rehabilitation clinics for teens with digital addiction, and some prefectures introduced gaming time restrictions. The sixth addiction is Hikikomori, voluntary isolation from society. These are mostly young people aged 15 to 40 who neither study nor work, and often don't leave their rooms for years. Over 1 million people in Japan are officially considered Hikikomori. The causes include bullying, social pressure, fear of failure, and family expectations. The government provides hotlines, family counseling, and support groups, but progress is often slow. For many, the internet becomes both a lifeline and a wall separating them from the world. The seventh addiction is alcohol and social drinking. In Japan, working in a team means drinking with the team. After-work drinking parties are seen as a social duty. Even after 12-hour workdays, people still go out drinking. Alcohol is the only socially accepted way to relieve stress. It is available everywhere, from convenience stores to vending machines. The industry brings huge revenue to the government. Ironically, as young people drink less, the government even launched campaigns encouraging people to fall in love with sake again to boost tax revenue. The eighth addiction is shopping and cuteness. Japan has a cult of kawaii that permeates marketing, politics, public services, and everyday life. Shopping is not just buying, it is stress relief. Plush toys, cute stationery, funny socks all serve as emotional outlets. For many, this leads to debt, clutter, and compulsive buying. Another issue is medical dependence, living on stimulants and sedatives. In Japan, people often rely on pills, supplements, and energy drinks instead of rest. Convenience stores sell liver recovery drinks, sleep aids, wake-up boosters, and anti-stress tablets. Office workers, housewives, students, and even teenagers use them to keep up. up. This is not true support for the body, but rather avoiding its signals. Many function only thanks to pills, but do not see it as a problem because it is socially accepted. In a culture where showing weakness is frowned upon, people suffer in silence. Even if you are in Japan only for a short time, it is important not to lose yourself or dissolve into the flow of norms, smiles, and flashing machines. Say no if you need to, even if everyone else goes drinking, to pachinko, or lives by endure. Just don't stand out. Your inner peace is more valuable than any group. If you watched until the end, thank you so much for your attention and support. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to Holly Lolly channel and write in the comments which part surprised you most, or if you have personal experience with any of these. I will be very happy to read your stories. See you in the next episodes. Bye!